the slope-intercept form again, but we're doing exactly what we did on the back of that opener, okay? So we're going to be given the equation, and then we're going to learn, or no, I'm sorry, we're going to be given a line, and then we're going to have to fill in the slope and the y-intercept, okay? So on the top of your note sheet, David already did it, go ahead and fill in where it says y equals, go ahead and put mx plus b. Kaylin has the openers up at the front. Okay. So what was that first step in finding the slope again? Does anyone remember?
Why are these lines dotted? Why aren't they just straight?
I don't know. I didn't make it. Lattice points. Okay? Everyone, that's very important that we remember that step, because you can't really do anything until you find your lattice points. Okay? So where is the lattice point?
I know.
Can someone point it out for me? Kaylin, you want to help me out?
It's a lattice point. If you go down one,
From the origin?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and left one.
Yeah. So there's one lattice point. Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's one, but that's the only one I see.
That's the only one you see? We got lucky again.
They dotted. Damn,
I'll help you out. Another lattice point is actually the y-intercept as well, which is easy for us, right?
I can't really see it.
So a lattice point, right there. A lattice point is where a vertical, horizontal, and the graphed line all intersect. Okay? So if I already know the y-intercept, right? Because it's a lattice point. What's my y-intercept? What's b equal? 1. Okay, so go ahead and plug that into your note sheet. B equals 1. And because I'm reading left to right, I'm going to start with my left lattice point, and I'm going to go up 2. I'm just doing rise over run in order to be able to get my m value, my slope. So I'm going to go up 2 and over 1. So my slope is what? Positive 2 over 1. So it's positive because when we're reading the line left to right, it's going up. Okay? And when we went with the lattice point, we went up 2 and over 1, so it's positive. Okay? So m equals 2 over 1, b equals 1. So what's my equation?
2x.
But at the front, everything else you had perfect. So you can write 2x plus 1, because we're just plugging it in to the equation you have at the top of your worksheet, right? Y equals mx plus b. So you can either put 2 or you can put 2 over 1, whichever one you want to do. I like having 2 over 1. 2 is not incorrect, but 2 over 1 helps me know that I went up 2 and over 1 because of the rise over run, right? So y equals 2x plus 1, or 2 over 1, x plus 1. Okay? Make sure you're circling your lattice points on these notes, okay? I don't want you to forget that's a very important step. And that's all. That's all of today's lesson, okay? You just find your lattice points, you find your rise over run, you find your y-intercept, and you write the equation. And that's what the homework is too. Super easy, right? We're going to get some more practice. Maybe it's not super easy yet, but it will be by the end of the lesson. Where's my first lattice point?
Right there in the middle.
Yeah, well, the middle's the origin, right?
No,
You should
look at
probably-
that one. Everybody thought-
Yeah,
Right here.
there's a lattice point. Where's another one?
Right there.
Tell me where to go.
No.
Up one, and left 1, 2, 3. Left 3.
Yeah,
Right there.
there's another one.
Right there.
Okay, I can't tell. I have no idea what that means. Okay, go ahead and circle your lattice points. Now, what's b equal?
2, 3.
Mm-mm.
1,
Three.
Nope.
Negative one.
-1. Why is it -1? Yeah. So B is the y-intercept, right? It's where the graphed line crosses the y-axis. So this is where that happens, and this is -1, right? Or 0,
I
-1.
have cheats, so I had to draw my line. So
That's not cheating. That's good. Okay, so what's my slope?
The slope is up 2 and over 3. Rise 2.
Well, we want to start at
And
this
run
leftmost one, right?
Oh.
We always start with the... So your numbers are going to be the same, but there's going to be a negative. So if we're looking at the line left to right, the line's going down, right? So you can go ahead, as soon as you see that, I would write a negative sign before you even know the numbers to plug in, okay?
So you still gonna put the same numbers down?
Yeah, same numbers.
What?
So Kaylon said up 2, but it's actually down 2 because we've got to start at the leftmost lattice point and over 3. So my rise over run is -2 over 3. So what's my equation? -1. Perfect. Y equals -2 over 3x minus 1. So you just, again, you're just taking these numbers that we found up here and you're plugging it into the equation.
Y equals -2
-2/3 x minus 1. Was that a question? Okay. Again, make sure you have your lattice points written in. For example 3, go ahead and circle your own lattice points. Daisha, can you tell me which lattice point you circled? No? Cody, you want to tell me?
0, 0.
Yeah. So the origin is a lattice point. Perfect. Where's another one? Mike, do you have another lattice point?
yep.
Where do you have yours?
I got mine over. Going down to the right too.
Yep. Perfect. Thank you, Mike. So these are the 2 lattice points we're going to work with. I want to know the y-intercept first. Yeah. So b equals 0. That's super easy, right? Because it crosses at the origin. So it's 0. And my slope, I'm going to start with the leftmost lattice point. What's my slope going to be?
Your slope's gonna be negative.
Good. We know it's negative because the line's going down from left to right. Negative what?
-2 and -3.
No.
Wait.
It's close.
No, -3 over 2.
-3 over 2.
Backwards.
So I'm going to write those arrows in. Starting with the leftmost lattice point, I went down 3 and over 2. And it's rise over run. So it's 3 over 2 with your negative sign in front. Okay? Kaylon, does that make sense?
Yeah.
You're saying the right numbers. You're just getting them in the wrong order. So what's my equation going to equal?
Y equals -3 over 2 0. I mean, plus 0.
So it's a little complicated because there is a 0 involved. But that's all I'm going to write. We saw that on our homework. Y equals -3 over 2x. And then like no number by itself.
Okay, we know what to do now.
Okay, good. So you can get all your homework done. So if I were to write plus 0, do you think that makes any difference in an equation?
No.
So, yeah, because it's 0. It's the same as when we were scribbling out stuff, right? So, no reason to write it at all. That's why we don't include that in there. Okay, Mike, you want to do example 4 for me?
Why?
Because you said you knew what you were doing.
All you have to do is that. There you go.
Tell me,
So lattice point.
where are the lattice points?
Or right here.
That's a lattice point, yep. Where's another one?
Right here.
Yeah. Okay,
Excuse?
thank you.
All
Excuse?
Okay, thank you, Mike. So, we have our two lattice points. What's our slope? What does m equal? Jaden, do you know what m equals? Slope. We have our two lattice
Man,
points.
My line all cookie. You can't go line.
What's my rise over run?
One.
Yeah. So we just went up
I
one,
had two.
over one. So m equals 1,
I got two.
or however you want to write it, 1 over 1. What's b equal? Kaylon.
I don't know. Now I got two.
That's the right number, but you're missing something.
Negative.
-2. So my
Oh.
y-intercept is -2 because the line crosses at 0, -2. Right? So what's my equation look like? Y equals -2. Now, if you were to see this written on a worksheet or something, it might actually read y equals x minus 2, which that might throw you off, but remember whenever you see a variable by itself, it's the same as a 1 being in front of it,
Okay. Good job, everybody. We did it.
okay? Okay, I'll do this for you so we can get a little faster. So here's a lattice point, there's a lattice point. Yeah. Okay, so I know, again, we got lucky,
Negative.
and a lattice point is my y-intercept. So b equals negative what?
Negative. Three.
-3. Because we went down 1, 2, 3. And my slope, it's up 1 over 3. So my slope is 1 over 3. And my equation is 1/3 x minus 3.
Thank you.
Okay, example 6. Almost done. Ooh, this one's a little different. Okay. So,
Yeah, the line is barely on here. Ain't no line.
there's no line on yours?
Yeah, ain't no line on that.
Okay, go ahead and draw yours in. Go up 3 and then draw a horizontal line with your straight edge. Do it with your straight edge. Everybody use their straight edge.
Ouch. I'm really popped out of nose.
Man, you can't draw a straight line. Come on, man.
Okay, so there's not really any point in circling lattice points for this one because we've just got a horizontal and a vertical. That's where the horizontal axis and the vertical axis intersect. Does anyone remember what the slope is when the line is horizontal? Huh? I heard it. Did you say it?
Undefined.
0.
Fine.
David's got it.
Man.
So undefined is the vertical line. Because remember, if you're on a hill and you step off, you went straight down. Like a vertical line, you went straight down. And you're just going to not be recognized, so you're undefined. But when a horizontal line, slope for a horizontal line, I'm standing on a horizontal line right now, I'm not going up or down, right? So my slope is 0. So we can go ahead and fill in the b value. Oh, that's not what I meant. M value. So sorry.
Man, we already got the 0. That's what I don't punch it.
Slope is 0.
Oh.
What's my y-intercept? Three. That's because the line is crossing at 0, positive 3. Okay, so what do you think my equation's going to look like?
It's gonna be y equals x plus 3.
But remember, if a slope is 0, do we need to write it
You
in?
don't need to write it in. That's why it's x.
No, but if there's a variable by itself, so this is what Kalon said, right? X equals 1. This is the same as writing that.
Man,
But that would
take
su-
it out again.
So, what's it really equal?
It's gonna be 3.
3. Y equals 3. That was a terribly ugly 3. There we go. Okay, that's it. Y equals 3. So that was kind of like example 3, when y equaled negative 3 over 2x, and we didn't have a y-intercept. Right? Because it was 0. So this one, y equals 3, because there's no slope. Okay, example 7.
Well, this our worksheet.
Hmm?
So this our worksheet.
That's your worksheet.
No.
What do you mean?
Oh, yeah, this notes. I'm looking for worksheet too.
Okay, 2 left. I'll go quickly. There's 2 lattice points, right? What's my slope?
The slope is up 1. Positive 1. Negative.
Negative 1. Negative 1 over 1. Mike, can you stop, please? What's my y-intercept?
Your y-intercept is 1.
1. So,
So you're gonna do y equals negative 1 over 1x plus 1.
yep. So you can write y equals negative x plus 1, or negative 1 over 1 x plus 1, or negative 1 x plus 1. But because there's a 1 in front of the x, we don't need to write the 1. So y equals negative x plus 1.
What's example number 8? We don't got that either.
Number 8.
We don't got this. No, that's number 7.
Is there?
What?
We don't got that.
Like,
We don't got the line.
Oh, okay. I'll draw. So go ahead again. I don't know why it's not on your note sheet, but go ahead and use your straight edge and draw your vertical line when the y-intercept equals, or I'm sorry, when the x-intercept equals 2. It is undefined. So my slope equals
start doing that.
1 over 0. Remember when the 0 is on the bottom?
The B's too.
Hold on, Kaylin. When the 0 is on the bottom, it's always undefined, and you can tell just by looking at it. And there's no y-intercept. B isn't 2. The x-intercept is 2, not the y-intercept.
Yeah.
Because this is the y-axis. This line never crosses this. So we can't even do it, right? So we can just write that for our answer. There is no answer. That's it.
Game, not some
Look at the whole worksheet. Come on, you put a silver surface.
What's that?